Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Flynn is going to, let's put it this way. Michael Flynn was set up. President Trump knows this. William Barr knows this. Everyone knows this. KT McFarland knows this. She was on Fox with Trish Regan. And it was a really, really interesting segment where KT McFarland was the Deputy National Security Advisor when Michael Flynn was the National Security Advisor. They tried to set her up as well, and she did not, and she did something absolutely amazing. She did not plead guilty to something she didn't do. And she used the same words that I've been using. This is just today with Trish Regan. She used the same words that I've been using. And that is, they set up Michael Flynn and they framed him. They set up Michael Flynn and they framed him. What they did was very simple. They got people on things that were never crimes. But they got people on dates or time frames or minutia, like they tricked. It was entrapment. They get out of the entrapment issue by saying, well, this was a widespread investigation because Russia interfered in our election, so anything goes. Russia did not influence even one vote. First of all, we don't know with certainty that Russia hacked the DNC because they were afraid of Clinton. The ODNI and DHS reports, the Office of Director of National Intelligence, and the Department of Homeland Security reports do not state with certainty. They do not state with certainty that they don't state with certainty that Russia, that they're 100% certain that Russia hacked the DNC. They're confident. They're confident. They're not certain. There's a level of confidence that they have, but they're not certain. With the Steele dossier and KT McFarland, the deputy National Security Advisor, alongside General Michael Flynn, who was the National Security Advisor, stated that Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, hello. And I wrote in the Federalist, exactly, Eric H526, my article, because Mueller found no collusion, Trump should pardon Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn spoke to Sergei Kislyak on the phone, like all incoming national security advisors do. He didn't break the Logan Act. He had every right to speak to whomever he wanted. And they said, well, that was reversing established law or precedent. President Obama waited until the last moment before he left office to engage in sanctions against Russia. Why? Because the intelligence that we're going to investigate Michael Flynn. He's the first person. So the first person they investigated was Michael Flynn. They set him up because they didn't have anything on him in terms of Russia. They knew that he never worked with Russia. But they set him up because they said, well, there's this zeitgeist, this Red Scare, McCarthy-era hysteria that says, well, if you speak to the Russian ambassador, you're in on the hacking of the DNC, which is absurd. The whole thing is, you talk about conspiratorial theories. Oh, thank you, everyone. Yeah, so I just, haven't done this in a while, but I did I did 275 pounds, 1 rep on deadlifts. So don't duplicate the form, but it's on H.A. Goodman's other channel. So thank you, Jaded Vegas. Thank you for watching that, and everybody. I was at the gym this evening, and I said, I feel like doing something more than usual, so I just started Jujitsu also, and it's changed my life. And it's really amazing. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, Jujitsu. It's amazing. But the deadlifts actually really helped me a lot. Anyway, so I did 275 pounds, 1 rep. And don't duplicate the form because I'm definitely not a fitness. H.A. Badman's other channel is not a fitness channel. But yeah, so it's I put that up. But they basically set up and framed Trump. John Durham's going to go ahead and find out how they set him up and framed him. Eric H526, H.A. Goodlifts. K. Bowser, hello. Thank you again, Jaded Vegas. Luke St. Martin, hello. Eric H526, thank you. So, Hillary will be the nominee. Jared, Hillary Clinton is going to be the nominee. But they set up and framed Michael Flynn. He was the first. Now, this is President Trump's biggest mistake of his presidency, because they tried to do the same thing to KT McFarland. And she was going to fight it. She was going to fight it. So she was going to fight it. This is NPR. Meet the people in Trump's orbit who the Mueller report. This is we had to listen to 3 years of this nonsense. Meet the people in Trump's orbit who the Mueller report says ignored his orders. Key findings in the Mueller report. KT McFarland was one of the people they tried to set up and frame. And the Obama administration that day announced it was imposing sanctions and other measures to punish Russia for its election interference. We don't even know if they interfered. How did they interfere? First of all, I wanted to know how many votes they altered. And if you can't give me a vote, any number of the votes they altered, then you can just place it where the sun don't shine. Because they say election interference, they're not even certain the DNC was hacked. They are confident. But anyway, Flynn was was in the Dominican Republic at the time, and his deputy, KT McFarland, was with the president-elect and other staff in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. They spoke by phone, and McFarland informed Flynn that incoming Trump administration officials did not want Russia to escalate the situation. McFarland then met with Trump and senior officials and briefed them on the sanctions and Russia's. Who cares about President Obama's sanctions to Russia? So what? You could reverse the previous administration's. That's literally what President Obama and Clinton did with Clinton had that goofy photo with Lavrov, Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister, the goofy photo with the giant reset button. So, Todd Johnson, hello. So it's like, who cares about what President Obama literally campaigned on reversing U.S. foreign policy towards Russia? This is so, like, the reverence by which they look at President Obama's administration, the foreign policy destroyed. He absolutely obliterated a country in Libya. Notice how Democrats never speak about Libya or Haiti or anything to do with Clinton. They spoke by phone, and McFarland informed Flynn that incoming Trump administration officials did not want Russia to escalate the situation. McFarland then met with Trump and senior officials and briefed them on the sanctions and Russia's possible responses. Reince Priebus, the incoming White House chief of staff, told investigators he recalled Trump viewed investigators. Why would there even be an investigation for any of this? But The Democrats, they've tried and failed. He recalled Trump viewed the sanctions as an attempt by the Obama administration to embarrass him by delegitimizing his election. Well, of course it was. President Obama imposed sanctions like a month before, like days before Trump got into office. If he cared about, he would have imposed sanctions immediately. Flynn called Kislyak and asked for Russia not to escalate the situation. He was doing an honorable thing, trying to protect the country from a new Cold War. Because guess what? Climate change is not the biggest issue we face as a world. Nuclear confrontation is the biggest issue. But don't tell that to disgruntled maniacs, the imbeciles, the pathetic, miserable losers who can't stand the fact that they outspent Trump 2-1 with Madam Secretary, and they're going to lose again with Madam Secretary. Don't think that they don't. They make a great deal of money losing. Why would they win if they would lose? Why would they push to win with a fair primary if they could lose with a rigged primary and make more money? If you made tens of millions of dollars losing, you'd lose. Flynn called Kislyak and asked for Russia not to escalate the situation with its response to the sanctions, and later told McFarlane that Russia wanted a good relationship with the Trump administration. After Russian President Vladimir Putin said the next day that Russia would not take retaliatory measures, Trump tweeted, "Great move on delay by V. Putin. I always knew he was very smart." On December 31st, Kislyak called Flynn. Okay, on December 31st, Kislyak called Flynn to say that his request had been received at the highest levels and it was why Russia had chosen not to retaliate. McFarlane told investigators that Flynn thought his call to Kislyak had made a difference. So what is the problem here? This is what they get. Trump campaign attempted to obtain Hillary Clinton's private emails. Oh, no. Why didn't you include this in the articles of Shampeachment? Oh, that's right. Because they don't care about the articles of Shampeachment. The articles of Shampeachment listed no criminal act. So what they do is they get people. They say that there's this giant investigation. The basis of the investigation is fraudulent. They're defrauding the American public, which is a crime against 18 U.S. Code 371. It's a complete and utter farce, charade. We have to have this overreaching investigation. The special counsel, Robert Mueller III. Oh, Robert Mueller. We love you, Robert. It's Mueller time. And then the beer went flat. It wasn't no Mueller time. Okay? It was O'Doul's. It wasn't even Miller. It was O'Doul's. And so the Mueller probe, oh my God, Russia. And they found nothing. But in the process, you had the Democrats and media revere state power. So they truly believe that this was like, they were defending the Constitution from foreign interference. This is how you know Hillary's going to be nominee again. They want a do-over. They want to just do it all over again. That's the thing. They're not going with, they don't care about, their whole thing is they're not going to, Old Doodle's Hamburger. Luke St. Martin. Yes. Their whole thing is set up an elaborate hoax under the guise of serious national security. The DNC could theoretically be hacked every day from now until the end of the universe, and it still wouldn't be national security because it's a private entity. Democrats have a private entity where they can pick their nominee from smoke-filled back rooms. That's what the DNC fraud lawsuit lawyer said. When they cheated Bernie Sanders, they said, well, it's a private entity. When they lost, they said, oh my God, it's an attack on our country. Nobody cared. It wasn't an attack on it was simply a they say well it was a Russia hacked the DNC. Okay, well they don't know this. They don't know this. They don't know Russia hacked the DNC. They're not certain. They're only confident. They're only confident. And so with their confidence, what they did was they went ahead and engaged in this overreaching special counsel with no limits, absolutely no limits, and they got people on process issues, process crimes. Okay? Process. Meaning like they got caught up in basically forms of entrapment where they had to plead guilty to crimes associated with meaningless lapses of, if a person didn't recollect when an email was sent, that was obstruction of justice. So they got simply people on process issues. By the way, I am not on Twitter, and I'm going to contact Twitter because this is annoying. There's like one of the Parity Accounts who absolutely loves my illegally sharing my Amazon books, by the way, which is against the law, but that's, I guess, not a problem for this person. When you when you type in my name, you get like this Twitter account. This is kind of hilarious. This guy really loves my work. Liberal media should listen to me back. Oh my god. Anyway, I am not on Twitter. Gosh, I'm thinking of making a Twitter account. No. I'm not gonna. I don't need a Twitter account. So I do not have a Twitter account, everyone. Do not have a Twitter account. Don't have a Facebook account. Don't have a Twitter account. But anyway, I'm going to contact Twitter because you cannot impersonate people. But anyway, I've already contacted Twitter about this particular account also. Anyway, regarding the book issue. But anyway, if you look at what they did to Michael Flynn, it was a complete and utter setup. A complete and utter setup. Jaded Vegas! Aloha, HA. Do you think Dems are really going to go for impeachment round 2 against Trump over his tweet about Stone? By the way, nice deadlift. Thank you so much, Jaded Vegas. Thank you. Thank you, Jaded Vegas. Not your problem. What time is it for you? Kind of late here. It is 12 a.m. Pacific, the 17th, February 17th, 2020. Jaded Vegas, thank you. I think that I'm not sure about that. It's quite possible that they go for impeachment round 2, which would actually be hilarious. I think they're probably not, just because it would take. I think they're probably not, Jaded Vegas, just because it would take an emphasis away from. It would take an emphasis away from. It would take an emphasis away from whatchamacallit, the fabricated hoax of the Democratic Party. So that's the thing. Jaded Vegas, I don't think they will, because their whole thing is one hoax at a time. It's just one hoax at a time. One hoax at a time. One bogus, nonsensical, irrational public relations stunt at a time. Yeah, so that's their whole thing. I just think that when you look at Trump they're slowly overturning. They're slowly overturning the Mueller probe. Slowly overturning the Mueller probe. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time past the election. Hillary Clinton is going to be the nominee. But, you know, it's just a matter of I have to check out Lionel Nation on what he thinks about this. I like Lionel. He's awesome. He's when he the only person that really the person I enjoy most who talks about Madam Secretary in the most amusing manner is Lionel Nation. Was it the Fashionista? I forgot exactly how he's awesome. Anyway, John Durham is going to find out exactly how they tried to set up and frame Trump. The issue with President Trump is the following. He's pretty much handled everything extremely well. Extremely well. The biggest mistake of his presidency, and I have to say, I don't know what General Michael Flynn was thinking, and he's an honorable man. I wish that he never pled guilty. I understand, though, why you do plead guilty. At that point, nobody knew exactly when the Mueller probe was going to end. So, I understand, but I just think I wish that he had not pled guilty. Because the thing is, it's like we don't even know exactly what he's alleged to have lied about. We have no clue. They say that he lied. Well, about what? We have no clue. We haven't seen the 302s. We haven't seen what did he lie about? So hold on. Flynn 302s. Let's see this right here. Let's see if we can find any information on Flynn. 3. And Peter Strzok interviewed Flynn. Are you kidding me? Peter Strzok literally said we'll stop Trump. Peter Strzok notes mistakenly. DOJ admits in Michael Flynn case that FBI mistakenly identified. Peter Strzok notes. What? We were informed that the notes we had identified as Peter Strzok were actually other agents. Okay. And we identified the other agents' notes were in fact Strzok's notes. Okay. So, okay. The FBI admission further calls into question the credibility of the case against the former FBI agent Peter Strzok, who told the FBI that his partner Joe Pantko was, quote, primarily responsible for taking notes and writing the 302. The case against Flynn, who entered a guilty plea for lying to the FBI in December of 2017, centers around the 302 form, which per Bureau protocol stands in place of a transcript, as the FBI does not record its interviews. They literally can lie. What does that even... How do you... This man is a veteran. This man was the head of Defense Intelligence Agency under President Obama. This man is a veteran. So how do you treat this how do you treat General Flynn in that manner? How do you do that? 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 What did he do wrong? I don't know. Literally, it's only the 302. It's only the 302. Unbelievable. Served in numerous wars. He's a veteran. Served alongside General Stanley McChrystal. So I don't understand how you do this to Michael Flynn. And these are the Democrats. Like, oh, dare you do this to McCain? Oh, look at Trump. Trump didn't set up and frame McCain. They set up and framed Michael Flynn. I mean, how do you do this? How do you go ahead and do this? There is no crime. There's no crime at all. It was just about, it's just the attorney prosecutor. So the attorneys prosecuting former White House National Security Advisor Michael Flynn were forced to admit in a Tuesday letter to Flynn's legal defense that the notes which formed the official document describing Flynn's January 2017 interview were not written by Agent Strzok. So who cares? Strzok was Peter Strzok was one of the people who interviewed Flynn. Peter Strzok said, "We'll stop Trump." How on earth is that fair at all? I mean, the setup was so overt. It's such an overt setup. It's such an overt setup. It's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. But there you go. I mean, Strzok led the FBI investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server and was fired from Mueller's investigation team when text messages disparaging President Trump were discovered between him and FBI colleague Lisa Page, whom he was having an affair. How do you get an FBI agent who hooks up Clinton, goes after Trump, and then you get his text messages saying we will stop Trump? You don't revisit the Clinton email server debacle? We don't know how she transferred top secret and special access program intelligence. I mean, this is, they're either completely inept or they made a million different guarantees or a million different backup plans to deal with the issue of an immense cybersecurity debacle. This is an immense cybersecurity debacle that Peter Strzok simply, was a part of. They were all a part of. They were all a part of. And it's like, it's really the Durham investigation here. I'll just read, McCabe is not out of the woods yet. Of course, the Durham investigation is a separate matter, and it is continuing, but it is unclear. Okay, so Durham is probably going to wait until Democrats. When Democrats lose, they're going to be begging for all of these people. They are going to be begging. Democrats, when they lose, are going to be begging for people on their side to get indicted. Because they know they know that they will know eventually that what takes place after they lose will determine the future of whether they continually lose forever. What you're seeing is the last legs, the last hurrah, the last moment of a corrupt political entity. Okay? Clinton's going to be the nominee. What you think is not feasible will be, everyone will say, well, you know what, we saw this coming. Nobody wants to believe it now. But just like when Clinton lost, they turn on a dime. They turn on a dime. Instant. They turn and it's, vicissitude. Hello. That's funny. Right now, Madam Secretary says, oh my God, oh my God. They're like, oh my goodness, Trump's going to win. Clinton's going to win. It's going to be a landslide. I remember sitting at a deli, and I'm not going to name the sportscaster, but there's a deli in Los Angeles. And like a good person of my background does often, and I was at a deli. It was fantastic. And I was sitting next to this sportscaster, an older gentleman, but, not going to say who he was. And I think I was eating my pastrami sandwich. And I heard like, oh my goodness, it's going to be a landslide. A landslide. In my head, I'm like, it ain't going to be no landslide. Yeah. Clinton's going to lose. Pera Biology 101! H.A. Thinking about many things you said and how was she able to transfer top secret information? In order to arrange that, I think it would require presidential approval. Pera Biology 101. I think yes, absolutely, or it would require the president's tacit approval or knowledge. I just think, Pera Biology 101, I just think that what she did was, I think that people knew, they had to have known, but they either turned a blind eye or they just allowed it to take place. But John Durham is going to overturn the Flynn and Roger Stone cases eventually completely. I think there's so much that Trump has because he has time on his side. The longer you're in government, the more information you have on the bad actors and the people who tried to set you up. Pera Biology 101, thank you. I think that you're right. I don't know how they did it, but there are probably 20 or 30 people who know exactly how they did it. And my advice is just don't eat the fogu. You know what? For there was a fogu recall in Japan. Don't eat the fogu. And the fogu is a blowfish. It's called a blowfish, and it's a type of fish that is that the intestines are like 100 times more poisonous, 100 times as deadlier than cyanide. So hold on one second. So this is a fantastic thing to eat. 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide. Fogu, or blowfish, contains a poison called tetrodotoxin. But there was a recall in Japan a while back. Like, yeah, they might not want to eat the pufferfish. It's a cute little thing, my God. But for the people who know how... Oh, my God. That looks like... Oh, my God. It really does puff up. Oh, wow. this thing really puffs up. But why would you eat anything that could, like, oh my God. This is, if you don't cut it, you have to be, in Japan, you have to be licensed. So, but anyway, yeah, there's probably 20 or 30 people who know exactly how it happened. Because you can't do it. There's no way to do it. And I explain in H.A. Goodman's, on my books on Amazon, but her top secret emails and but her deleted emails. I explain how that process could have taken place. And I quote a couple of people. Paul Sperry is one of them. I cite Paul Sperry's article in the New York Post. But Pera Biology 101, thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, oh my God. A whole family was paralyzed after eating it. Oh my God. 11 members of the same family were in critical condition. Oh my God. This is in Brazil. Oh my God. I think they were eventually okay. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into it here. Okay. This is in 2014. Oh my God. Pera Biology 101. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Let's see. So Michael Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg is fantastic. He's hilarious. He is absolutely hilarious. So, have you seen his hold on. You have to listen to, wait, can I get a Bloomberg commercial here? Bloomberg commercial. Oh my God. I need to listen to a Bloomberg commercial. Okay. Rebuilding America. No, Mike Bloomberg. He has this hilarious way of talking. It's like this old New Yorker. This very calm, older New Yorker. It's just like, it's like one of his recent commercials on my channel, which is hilarious. It's like he's just explaining how he organized his business. It's like, it's not going to get you the presidency. And he does so, you're about to fall asleep when he's telling you this. And I love the fact that, like, you know how Biden just gave up? There was a certain point where Biden just gave up. He's like, I vote for someone else. He's like, I'm done with this. Sanford! Fogu is so deadly. Japanese law requires the to be thrown out in a sealed steel bucket. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. To protect homeless scavengers. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's like unbelievable. Well, thank you, Sanford. Oh, my God. Sanford, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do like Michael Bloomberg. When I set up my business, it was just, I was 38 years old, and I set up the business, and it's like, this is exactly the way he talks. It's like I can take on Trump. I know I can. Who's with me? If you believe me, give me a couple of dollars. I can take on Trump. I know I can. Oh, James G, thank you. Yeah, thank God. That's good. James G, thank you. But Bloomberg is like not even trying anymore. He's not trying. None of them are trying. Like, yeah, we're going to totally defeat Trump. Oh, please, just please, Clinton, save us from this. I don't want to run anymore. None of them want to run. None of them want to run. Sandiford, thank you so very much. None of them want to run anymore. So you have this thing where it's like, I don't get it too. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, why is Clinton waiting so long? She's not going to like, you know how like people are like, they're petrified. They don't want to like, they simply cannot like accept reality. They just simply cannot accept reality. They can't accept the fact that Clinton's going to run, so they have to pretend that this is a real primary, and it's like, oh my goodness. Creating Wingless Angel. This is for the bagel with some schmear. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Creating Wingless Angel. Thank you. Hope all is well. They've totally given up. It's like, it's kind of hilarious too. Mike Bloomberg. He's a billionaire, but he has 39,000 subs on YouTube. Even I have more subs than he does. Oh my God. Text Mike to, oh my God, yeah. This is great. I'm watching Mike Bloomberg, yeah. How will we win? Michael Bloomberg, yeah, Mike. Hindsight is 2020, Mike Bloomberg. A practical policy for healthcare. That's really great. What else is going on Mike Bloomberg's channel? Championing women in the workplace. Mike delivers a speech in Houston, Texas. Get it done. Nashville early voting. Nice try. Mike Bloomberg for president. What? What? Nice try. Okay. Angry, out of control president. The real State of the Union from Mike Bloomberg. Let's look at the comments here. Oh, comments are turned off. Comments are turned off. Could you imagine if there were comments? It would be all Trump supporters. Oh my God, this is so great. He's like, if you want to vote for me, go ahead and vote for me if you want to. Senator! Maybe she has cold feet before the final punch. No. Madam Secretary is ready to rock and roll at all times. All times. Madam Secretary, we're waiting. Philippe Reigns, I respectfully say this as a respectful respect. I am the biggest Hillary Clinton supporter on YouTube. Do you understand me? After Super Tuesday, just launch the campaign. What are you waiting for? You will crush any resistance. Clinton campaign. Philippe Reigns, please. What are you waiting for? They're already petrified of you. They're petrified of you. Who cares? Who cares? They will be manipulated in 2 seconds. You will crush any resistance. Washington Post, New York Times, MSNBC, CNN. Oh my God. They will. The group think it'll take a week. I don't want to go through this again. You know what I always do. I understand it's annoying, but I have to. It's just so great, so fun for me. You're going to see like the Rose Twitter, the Socialist, the anarchist, the left-leaning, climate change person. Clinton announces whether she becomes nominee or announces, who cares when, she will become nominee eventually. It doesn't matter if she runs towards the convention the day of. If she's going to become nominee, doesn't matter how or when, she'll be a nominee. And then the reaction, because I think that like the Clinton campaign's like, we're just going to wait until the will is broken completely. Don't wait. Why wait? J-Pat, official video, socialism versus capitalism. Do you agree if we didn't allow wealth, we would have a disastrous country? Of course. Yes. I do agree with you. I never liked Bernie. I never supported Bernie because of socialism. In fact, I always tried to say that he was trying to make capitalism work when I was writing on behalf of Bernie Sanders, I was saying that breaking up banks, that was what Alan Greenspan talked about even before Bernie Sanders. So JPEN official videos. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Capitalism is a million times better than a trillion times better than socialism. But no, this is what would happen. Philippe Reigns, Clinton campaign, God bless you. You will get the biggest supporter in me. I'm voting for Trump, but whatever. You can always win, remember. And 10% chance I give you. You will lose again, but look how much money you'll make. Think of the money. Clinton's going to become nominee, but this is what you should do. This is what's going to happen to Clinton campaign. Just listen. This is what's going to happen on social media, and it'll end in about a week tops. Oh my God! This is the socialist, anarchist, progressive. What? Clinton? He's going to be nominated again? Oh. Again? There's nobody better? We don't have anyone better? Well, you know what? Honestly, dude, I'm not voting for her. I'm just going to sit this one out, okay? I'm so tired of everything. Trump is he's nuts, but I'm not voting for Clinton. You're not voting for Clinton? Why don't you just get your tiki torches at Home Depot? I always knew you were a Russian operative tiki torch Home Depot buyer. Oh, you know what? Where do you work? I'm going to find out where you work. Hey, man, what are you talking about? I'm going to find out where you work and tell them they hired the alt-right. Okay? We were friends on social media. You decided not to help Trump? You're a Trumper? I knew you were. I knew all Bernie supporters are Trumpers. Dude, why don't you chill out, man? I just don't like Clinton, but I'm not voting for Trump. He is a monster despot. Okay? I don't like Trump at all, I'm telling you. I dislike Trump even more than you. No, I dislike Trump more than you. No, I dislike Trump more than you. No, I dislike Trump more than you. You cannot tell me you dislike Trump more than me. You're not even voting. That helps Trump. It helps Russia. It helps Putin. Dude, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. Okay? You are, completely unhinged, man. I'm unhinged. You're unhinged. You're helping Trump. You're a Trumper. Where's your MAGA hat? You're a Trumper. You're a Bernie, Russian, Kilstein, Tulsi Gabbard Trumper. Dude, everything they say about the neo-libs is right, man. You know what? I'm just going to block you. You'll never talk to me again. Oh, yeah? I'll find out where you work. I'll find out who your friends are. You're going to lose friends. They won't talk to you anymore. What? Oh, I know you. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. Dude, chill out, man. Fine, I'll vote for Clinton. You better believe you're voting for Clinton. Okay, just relax, dude. I'm not an H.A. Goodman type. Just chill, okay? I'm voting for Hillary. I'm voting for Hillary. Your tears are like Gatorade. Oh my God. It feels so great. It's gonna take 2 seconds. Do you understand? Not even. So Mr. Reigns and Clinton campaign. It's gonna take not even a week. It's gonna take a week. Loud citizen. Thank you for that. I think that was Voltaire who said that. Loud citizen, I'm hugging my H.A. Good Cuddle plushie doll. Thank you. So that it's just going to take, it's about a week or I can tell you how everything's going to go down because I was on the left. I can tell you I can tell you how everything's going to go down. Okay? And there is no resistance. The only people who are like resistance now have parity accounts like I do. The parity accounts that I have, not just one. I don't know why one always shows up, but there's like a whole bunch of parity accounts. That's like a badge of like, that shows that like you've made it, because people are like so incensed from your viewpoint. They actually have a parity account that they tweet, and they like. So, like, you've made it when you have your parody accounts, in a way, even though it's illegal and annoying, and I'm going to tell Twitter to crack down on those. But it's like, in a way, you've made it, because it shows that your arguments cannot be countered. There is no counter to my argument. My argument is that Democrats cheat. What's the counter? That they don't cheat? Of course they cheat. But Republicans are worse. That's not a counter. That's not a rebuttal. So, if you're bored, you want to see my video on me deadlifting 275, here you go. It's right there. Please also subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. And what can I tell you? I can do the progressive I'm with her all night long. All night long. All night long. I can do it. Dude, we need Medicare for all. We need a Green New Deal. And I'm not voting for Hillary, okay? I don't care what you say. I'm not voting for her. You're not voting for Hillary? Why don't you take Medicare for all and go to Sweden? This is America. You're going to vote for Hillary whether you like it or not. You can't make me do anything I don't want to do. I'm going to infiltrate your Facebook groups and your Twitter groups and your Instagram groups, and I'm going to tell them that you're a MAGA hat wearing Trumper. Dude, fine. Just chill. I'll vote for Hillary, okay? Just relax. You're a really weird person, okay? You have a real big problem, dude. I have a problem. Do you know you want to live in Trump's America? Maybe you like this kind of despot authoritarianism. You Bernie voters are the same as Trumpers. Dude, I'm tired, man. I'll do it. I'll just vote for Hillary. I'll vote for Hillary. I don't want to. I just don't want to fight you anymore. You showed up at my work today. I don't even know who you are. With the giant I'm with her sign. Ladies and gentlemen, Clapper. James Clapper. We're highly confident that the Russians hacked the DNC. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much to my super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. We had a great live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Durham will be integral in overturning the Flynn case. So, give me your thoughts. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Oh, Pelosi versus McConnell. Pelosi. You mess with, you want to get in the octagon, Pelosi? You want to get khabibed? It's with Solemn, very unhappy. Here's a pen. Here's a pen for everybody. Pens for everybody. Very, very unhappy. I didn't want to. impeach Trump. I'm so unhappy that I did it. This is a solemn day in America. Anybody want a pen? I got these wonderful pens. You can sell them for $1,000 a piece. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm outie. Thank you so very much. Hillary Clinton will be nominee. That's how I go to sleep at night. Hillary Clinton will be nominee. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you. God bless. Have a great, great evening. Thank you.